So after Jesus refused the wine, it was time. My other comrades and I, we snatched away his garments. And this was normal for us. You know, there's no point in wasting perfectly good clothing. As to the stains and splatters and little bits of flesh on everything. Hey, what's a little bit of blood to a soldier, right? Besides gambling over someone's clothes, it gives us something to do to pass the hours of just waiting for someone to die. Well, we were aware and delighting that stripping our victims and having them naked also takes away their dignity. This act is actually very humiliating for the Jewish victims. They lack the Roman view of our earthly body as a shell for our immortal soul. Well, we had just finished nailing Jesus' feet and hands to the beams of the cross. Normally, I'd be there right in the thick of it, maybe even driving the nails myself. But today, I stood back, wishing almost I can cover my ears against this man's cries. My cynical side tried to distract my wincing at what I knew Jesus was experiencing. If those rebellious Jews thought that this man was their king, no one's coming to praise and adore him now. One of my buddies lifted Jesus' bloodied clothing above his head. Who wants the cloak of a king? He laughed, and we walked a few paces away and began to organize the betting. Out of the habit, I just kind of prayed to the gods for luck, but it occurred to me that if I win this game, would I even want to wear this? Hardly. I think if I were to wear this, I'd be haunted by those gentle but determined eyes, by his determination to drink from that cup of suffering. So I think I'll let others win tonight. Well, thank Fortuna the goddess, the lot finally fell on the other soldiers, and we all quickly returned right to our duty. In the interim, though, we had a larger than normal crowd gather to watch today's batch of victims. A small band of the priests also showed up, looking really smug with themselves. We're surprised to see them, given how offensive dead and naked bodies are to their religion. Some of recently arrived women were wailing. A couple of men joined with tears of their own. I was wondering, are they still hoping that this poor dying man would save them? It's ridiculous. It's time for them to let go, right? Count their losses and move on. In their own way, they had gambled and had lost. There are also a good amount of normal, common country people. They looked angry and disappointed. They were the ones who worried me most. Marius told the squad to look sharp, and I agreed with him. We are Roman soldiers with the reputation of honor to uphold. Even here on this scandalous place, there would be no surprises on our watch. One of them closest to me, watching with eyes just fixed right at this criminal Jesus, recited something they had long ago memorized. I can count all my bones. They stare and gloat over me. They divide my clothes among themselves, and for my clothing they cast lots. It's a psalm, as they call it. The piece of this man's face, as he recited this, made me wonder if this was like from a sacred text, as if the spectacle on Golgotha had been predicted long ago. Little could I have known the truth that this crucified man was making history on that hill. We divided the garments at the throw of a dice, but not one horrific detail of Jesus' death was left to chance. Nothing that afternoon happened by accident.